Hey, I appreciate for watching this video, and if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe and turn notification on so you don't miss any update. Let's take a look at NKN. This is the daily chart for NKN, and the data I have is to 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on October 11th. Let's quickly go over this chart. NKN was very much traded sideways during the last 3 months in 2020 and into the beginning of 2021. Then we saw the first bullish signal when the 10 days, which is the red line, cross over and lead the white line, which is the 50 days. After that, the 50 days also cross over and then lead the 200 days, which is this yellow line. And after that, NKN broke out of consolidation, ran from 2 cents all the way to $1.50. Then the price retraced, and around the first week in May, we saw this bearish signal when the 10 days crossed over and dropped below the 50 day. And that was also the time when Bitcoin crashed. NKN continued to retrace. The 10 days dropped below the 200 days, and the price dropped all the way to about 16.2. This is when it found bottom, started to reverse direction. Then around the first week in August, the 10 days finally crossed over and then lead the 50 days. That was the first bullish signal that we have. And after that, the 10 day continued to cross over and lead the 200 days. The price bounced up to about 56 cents. NKN was trending up very nicely, but unfortunately we had Bitcoin flash crash, and that pretty much pulled the price of NKN down. Dropped down to about 26 cents, bounced up again. Right now NKN is trading at about 35 cents, or up about 3% today. So what's next for NKN? Switch over to the 4-hour chart. After NKN spiked up to about 57 cents, retrace, dropped to about 30 cents, bounced right back up to 47 cents, retrace. So while it was retracing and dropped all the way down to about 26 cents. It was gravitated within this falling wedge, and around the end of September, the price broke out. The target price for the breakout of this falling wedge, NKN, ran all the way up to about 42 cents, where it retested this prior high, then started to retrace. If we look at the price action since the middle of September, NKN is also essentially forming this new cup, and the retracement has been the formations of the handle of this cup. NKN is definitely making a move up on strong volume today. It crossed over the top of the cup at 42 cents. Could technically take NKN to a target price of about 58 cents, where it would also be testing this prior high. Switch over to the daily chart. This is our little cup, and NKN is building out the handle. NKN has been able to trade over this 10 days moving average. Yesterday, the price temporarily dropped below that, but buyers stepped in and immediately pushed the price over the critical 10 days moving average. That is a very good sign. And also the 10 day after it dropped below the 50 days is reversing direction and trending up. So it is just a matter of the next few days. We would see the 10 days cross over and lead the 50 day. That would be the bullish signal that we're looking for, because last time when it happened around the beginning of August, we saw NKN make this major reversal in price and ran up to about the 48 cents. The Bollinger Band is forming out very nicely. The stochastic oscillator is beginning to show the possibility of a crossover, where the blue signal line is about to cross over and lead the red line. That is another positive indicator. So all of these positive indicators is pointing to a high probability for NKN to continue this reversal in price. The key for us to look for is for NKN to continue to trade over this 10 days moving average and stabilize over that. Then NKN would break out of this cup and handle. The next major resistance would be right at the top of the cup, which is at around 42.8 cents. Cross over that would take NKN to the 48 cents and then eventually to our target price of 57 cents, where it would also be testing this prior high. On the flip side, if Bitcoin were to retrace, there's no doubt that would drag the price of NKN down as well. The key thing that we need to look for is when NKN retraces, it does not drop below this low, which is at around 32 cents. A drop below 32 cents could potentially invalidate this cup and handle pattern. And that's it for this video.